one of the motive and the ambition of this present party that is ruling us right now is to kill entirely the PDP, and that's what they are enjoying. We hear what the testimony coming up from Seyi Makinde and that of Wike when he was giving us the word press briefing that Wike is there to kill PDP. It's not me that says so, and Wike is still in is a minister under APC, and
under the government of APC, was a PDP member.
A PDP member, and you know, after that press conference, he rolled out names of caretaker committee in Oyo State and in other states.
Thank you for staying tuned. Now let's get into the heart of the issue to talk about some of the stories that are making the rounds. We spotlight them, but I won't do this alone. I have with me in the house Afolabi joined us, a public affairs analyst this morning, live in the studio. Good morning to you.
Good morning, my friend. How are you?
Very well this morning. Now let's start with the big conversation of Omoyele Sowore, because I know that is on the lips of everybody. An average Nigerian wants to know. Of course, the matter will still be decided in courts, maybe Thursday, according to the release this morning. But the conversation has been, how do you say such derogatory comments to your president? Some are saying that, well, he has a right to say whatever he wants to say. He has a right to a freedom of expression, freedom of speech, freedom to say whatever he wants to say. And others have also said, I mean, you are responsible for whatever you say, even the consequences as well. So you know, once you make a statement, especially about the first citizen of the country, then it tells a larger story. It has a far-reaching implication than the community you've said it. It goes everywhere, because you don't want to sell your own person cheap and expect people to buy him at an expensive rate. So let me get your comprehensive thought on this.
Well, my own personal opinion is that people have forgotten that we are in a democratic setting and not in the military era, where anybody that said anything will be picked on the streets and be dealt with. And it's a pity that many of the people that are talking right now were not of the generation that witnessed so many things that happened during the early democratic setting that we convert in from the military to the democracy. Late Chief Gani Fayemi was a very firm man that say anything that he knows is wrong about anybody and is ready to stand by his words. I don't know why people are talking about Omoyele Sowore, bringing him down because he has said something about the president. And please, if we really want to play this game, democracy, we should know that it has a very vital areas where I talk about people's opinion, you know, freedom of speech. And that was why many radio stations and TV stations are now springing up. Remember, in those days, we only have few of them that is being controlled by the government. And whatever they want to say has already been checked by the government before it is going to be going on air. And to me, I've not seen anything wrong. If Omoyele Sowore is not talking, then who should be talking?
But I mean, it's not just what you say; it's how you say it. And for his caliber, he was also a presidential candidate, so his voice has a far-reaching implication.
That is why it makes it more meaningful that he's saying what he's saying, because he knows better now. He's not just an activist. He has been a candidate of a political party. He has come on board to say, I want to vie for the presidency. He has moved around the state, the country. He has seen what so many of us are here have not been able to see. He has gotten some information that some of us here have not gotten. He knows better. You know, the last time he was talking about the PPRO of the Nigerian police, he was saying it fervently and he was saying it bluntly to his face. He doesn't care. He doesn't mind his words. He's not a type, you know. And let me tell you that Omoyele Sowore is not just a newborn activist. He has been the former president of the Student Government of the University of Lagos. He has been with the late MK Abiola. He was at the back of he knows everything. So if I'm even asking that we have more of them, they can bring out their opinion, they can bring things out, they can shake the table, you know, they can make our leadership status to stand firm. They can make them to see their opinion in another angle. Yes, he may not have said it right. His motive may not be very fine. His way of saying it may not communicate directly how we expected it, but he has communicated. He has been able to express his opinion. He has been able to put it down that pump. What you guys are doing is just too bad.
But where do you draw the lines and the boundaries for speaking to a president? How do we get to the point of not doing the extreme by calling names or criminal kind of way to express the president as in the public sight of people? How do we draw the lines?
Let the president come out and prove himself.
If he's not what he called him?
Yes. United States, before now, even right now, have a way of pointing to their fingers, accusing fingers to their president. And the only way you can sell yourself out to say, no, you're not doing it, is to be accountable, is to prove yourself right. Leaders must be accountable. These are presidents that we all voted for. The majority of Nigerians said, you are right, we want you there. And they should be the kind of people that we want to give us what we expect. My opinion is that the president should come out and prove himself wrong.
Okay, so let's do politics very quickly for want of time. Kano State Government met the president yesterday. Some have been expecting this for a long time to say, APC, there's just one last card you need to play. It's a chess game, right? You need to put the last move that would kill it for you. Do you think this is the right move that will kill all of the other opposition parties?
Well, I'm not surprised what is happening right now because I know Bola Tinubu, when he was the governor of Lagos State. Remember, this man is such a man that whatever he wants to do, he knows how to play his card. He took over the ACN and spread it around the Southwest. And when it comes and APC stuff, he knows how he buys his way in. And so he wants. You know what Kwankwaso said when he was I was on this platform and I was talking about somebody was my analyst was my anchor person was asking me if Kwankwaso need to move to APC, what will be his chances? And I tell you, the life of Kwankwaso only have one ticket, one card to play, is that I give you this, you give me this. And that is what they are looking for. Just like we have in it now, we need a thought force that can check balance. But right now, we're not getting it. It's even those who are finding themselves in the APC, many of them are not interested, but they don't have choice. They just have to come in so that they can just, they will not be left over. Because our politics has been that if you're not in the party, you lose out outrightly. Nobody see you. We saw what happened in Oyo State. We saw how it plays here in Oyo State when an aspirant from another party was given a chance from the present party, and by the time you want to identify with his party, they sent him out. They show him you are not part of us, and that game is the pop play. And I've been an advocate of the thought force that not even actually coming up to win the party, to win outrightly, but to checkmate. They will put up the heat. They will let the ruling party to know that they are not just the only party that everybody is supporting. I love what happened last week Saturday. I just love it. It may not be the choice of the people at the end, but he has changed the ball game. He has checked the table. He has let people to know that there is another force somewhere. So we do not just sit down and fold our hands and somebody will say, who will do it for us? Somebody must just come on board. And that is the problem we all have in Nigeria. Everybody wants to open the door, but somebody is looking for who will open the door for us. Who will bear the cards? Who will lead us? You also can lead. Everybody can lead. As long as you are alive, it's just the will, power. It's divided into the will and power. If you have the will, there's capacity, the strategy. Anybody, if you become the governor, you're not going to be the commissioner for information, commissioner for works, commissioner for trade and investment, commissioner for women affairs, commissioner for local government. You're just the governor. That you need capable hands to work with you. So if you are the person that is coming out and saying, I want to buy for the governor of the state, doesn't mean that you are going to be the one that will take all the affairs. You still need people at the local government, the ward councils. You still need people at the ends of affairs, down the low. So I want to beg that we change our orientation about, and that is where our fear lies, that makes everybody to feel that, okay, the only party we can just do right now is the party that we all see that is ruling. And everybody will just enter into the bus. Even though they are not happy about the bus that is taking, the driver that is driving the bus. Everybody just enter and say, well, we only pray, this kind of our religional attitude, we only pray that we land safely, even though we know that the tire is not fine, and the driver is a smoker, and the drunk guy, and these are the problem. So I'm enjoying it.
All right, so, I was going to ask you a question, but you've already expressed your thought over it. I was going to ask what the fate of opposition parties is if everybody's moving towards a party, a one-party state. But yes, let's not belabor that issue. Now, DSS is also in the news again another time, saying DSS arrests Malami after release from Kuje prison. You followed Malami's story, and then let me get your thought on this.
Karma is something everybody should watch out for. The law of karma is very important. It plays out not only when you become a politician or become it plays out even in the family. You just have to watch what you're doing right now. And that is why I always tell some people that come, no matter how long you want to stay in government, one day you will leave that place. 8 years, we all be under Buhari, say baba. And we saw how far Buhari have taken us. 50 years backward. Another person is ruling us now. 8 years, if God be, and God willing, Tinubu take the next stage for the next 4 years. One day he will drop the power. And all those people we are looking at now that felt that they have the power, they are untouchable, they cannot be talked to. Talking to them is becoming they're looking at themselves like the small god, the next to the rank of the. So when Malami was also dealing with some people in that capacity, he has forgotten that a time will come when he will not be in the power again. You know what? He has been released in Kuje and refused to leave the place because he knew that the DSS are waiting outside the door, waiting for him to pick him up again, because that was how he played his own game too. So Malami's case and story should be sending out to all people who felt power is just untakeable. You cannot take power away from them. You know, Malami never dreamt that you will be in prison 31st to 1st within the entire family. I have said it on this platform. Malami's son is one of the richest in the state. He has everything anybody of his age has never gotten in a neat way. If you have been in the entertainment industry, musical, films and stuff, you know, you have said that maybe started very well from the cradle when his father was a farmer, was an artist and film industry, and he picked it up from there. And no, not like that. We knew who Malami was before now. And unfortunately, and suddenly he became the Attorney General of the country, and everything changed. And he owns the states, and was pushing the money here, pushing money there, all the name of I don't know.
So Kama has come back.
Oh my brother,
okay. Let's bring it home now. Let's come to Southwest. The story of INEC, PDP, SDP is making the rounds, especially in Ekiti. PDP, SDP. They are missing on INEC's register to say INEC has cleared APC and some other ones in the final candidate list. But let's talk about INEC. A lot of persons have been asking questions that INEC should be independent, like the name implies, to say Independent National Electoral Commission. Be as independent, yes, they have their rights and responsibilities to parties, right? But not in the administration of the parties. Some have said, because others have also alleged, if you remember what happened with the National Convention of the PDP faction that came in Ibadan, some said, oh yes, INEC was invited, they did not come. Why did they not come? The INEC officials will say it was because of the turmoil in the party. If you have a come, then we can come. We can't come to a place that is in disarray and all of that. That's exactly the case. So some are asking the question. So the case of PDP and SDP saying that we don't have our names on your list. Why? That begs the question. Well,
that shows the kind of politics we play in Nigeria. That tells you exactly how we play our politics. You know, the politics in Nigeria is such that some people, when they get arms of affair, they want to kill all other parties and will not let them rise above their shoulder. And that was why we see, you see, it will be very good for anybody in PDP right now to leave that party into another party. Because what we talk about Independent National Electoral Commission, who appointed the chairman? It's the president. The man did not go through the judiciary. It's not the judiciary that, okay, submit a name, and then we'll go through screening, we'll check his background, we'll check his record. Remember, this man is not very clean. This INEC man was not very clean.
Amupiton.
Have you checked his background? Some people have some cases against him.
I mean, everybody can have cases. Do you think Amupiton, your own opinion, is not clean?
Well, maybe that theory will be coming up for another day. But I want to tell you that the president should not have the right to appoint such a kind of person. If he is also in the party, he is the leader of his party. Are you getting it? He is the controller of his party. And now we're talking about a man that will spearhead the election of the entire political party to produce a particular candidate for us. So I really do not support what INEC is playing at the moment. In short, they help the party PDP problem faction to wax stronger. I can't imagine Wike coming up to dictate for PDP. A man that is already we call them PDAPC. That is just it. So that was why you see Alebeke in accord. And I tell you, if Adeleke plays games very well, which I know he's playing, he win the party, the governorship election again. And that was why the people in PDP or your state should start looking elsewhere before the closing of the day.
Okay, so let me take you up on one thing that you said very quickly before we go. You've mentioned Adeleke, you've mentioned a number of presidents, and then you mentioned the fact that if anybody is serious, they should leave the PDP. But my question very quickly in 1 minute is, who bells the cat? Who then bells the cat for the PDP? If everybody leaves the PDP, how do you play the opposition game?
That is where I told you that I love that the thought forces that we are playing about. You see, one of the motive and the ambition of this present party that is ruling us right now is to kill entirely the PDP. And that's what they are enjoying. We hear what the testimony coming up from Seyi Makinde and that of Wike, when he was giving us the word press briefing, that Wike is there to kill PDP. It's not me that says so. And Wike is still is a minister under APC, and
under the government of APC, but he's a PDP member.
A PDP member. And you know, after that press conference, he rolled out names of caretaker committee in Oyo State and in other states. And you can see what happened in his own state. The governor was forced to change his party from PDP to APC. So it's a clear case. They know how best to play this game. It's a chess game.
We'll keep fingers crossed. Thank you very much for joining us, public affairs analyst Afolabi this morning.
Thank you very much.
And I will switch focus now to major conversations, especially beyond the shores of Nigeria. We'll have this conversation on the big story, but that will be shortly after this break. Just stay with us.